Good evening, everybody. My name is Niels, and tonight I'm going to tell you the story of Helptab. So, what is the problem with, with charity funding these days? We have trust barriers. 1 in 3 US citizens lacks faith in non-governmental organizations. And we have psychological barriers, like I'm already doing enough, or I can't afford to spend more money. And this leads to a fundraising barrier, a difficult situation, especially for the smaller charities. So what is our solution? Our solution is to donate CPU capacity through the browser. And this to monetize with blockchain mining in a simplified and safe experience. This is our current website. And you will see that it's just with a click of a button. You would pick the charity that you would like to donate your capacity to, for example, the service dogs for veterans, and you just click a button, and from there on, this organization is receiving funding. And as you can see, it's really an experience for mom and dad and not only for geeks. So, regarding security and energy, it's a non-invasive approach, which means you don't have to install anything, you don't have to compile or configure anything, and we don't want to know anything about your computer. And we respect privacy, which means we collect very little information about the individual user. And and regarding the energy, it's often like kind of people who are mining and a lot of energy. But since we are just tapping a little into the existing running machines that are running anyway, it's in the area of baking up 1 or 2 frozen pizzas per month. So, regarding our current validation, we see 11 hours of average daily donation times with the few users we have started, and which equals to $235 per 1,000 users per month. And if we talk about profit and potential, this is $58 for us. And if we were to interpolate to 2 million users, this equals to $1.4 million for us, but more importantly, $6 million for charity. And keep in mind, this is with the existing current available platform without any optimization or future ideas. So our vision is to build licensable technology and go beyond blockchain, like desktop applications and server architecture. And they become the leading platform for donated computing capacity. And by this, be able to do even more and sell the capacity, for example, weather calculations, medical computation, or research. So how can you help us? Of course, we need funding. We have a lot of tasks that we want to accomplish, but more importantly, hook us up with charities that will then join us on our journey and provide us with exposure to drive more donors to our platform. So who are we? This is me, Niels, 10 years experience in online marketing, blockchain and mining. I'm kind of those basement miner guys. Yorgos, our lead developer, tech architecture, 10 years experience in large-scale applications, and Navid for partnership management and sales with 10 years experience in corporate finance. And if you have any questions, I'd be glad to answer them now.
I've got one. Since you're in the mining business,
yes,
you also know that it's dominated by very large players.
Yes, I know.
What do you need to get to in terms of minimum users to actually be able to start contributing capital to these charities? Do you need at least 10,000 running at the same time?
We are mining the Monero blockchain, which is a little bit different to like blockchain. It doesn't see these hardcore centralization that we see with Bitcoin mining. And additionally, for the moment, we are using pools that we join, and with the increasing size, we will then be able to mine for our own rewards. And now we are on pay per last and shares with existing pools.
I would like to know more what are your strategy around building trust?
Very good question. We seek for peer validation, for example, get validated by antivirus companies like Symantec or these kinds that can prove. I mean, we can tell a lot to the users and say like, yeah, we are safe, but would they believe? So we think that peer validation is an important component in our strategy.
To elaborate on that a little bit, though, you started this with trust being one of the blockers for people donating. So how are you also going to surface information and relevancy of the charities that people choose to align with?
Could you repeat, please? Just the last bit.
How are you building trust between the charities and those who are donating as well, right? Not just the mining aspect.
Yes, of course. It's the onboarding process with the charities, and then it's a close relationship working. Of course, finding the donors themselves. We try to leverage the charities that work together with us, and this is kind of a growing strategy then with that way. Thank you.